Good evening. It's another night of fun and games at the Letters and Numbers Workshop, where we are going to be hand-making some cleverly crafted puzzles for your entertainment. I'm Richard Morecroft, and now let's say hello to our team of artisans. First up, soldering the numbers together to make elegant equations, Lily Serna.
Hi, Richard.
Hi, Lily. Now, Lily, are you actually good at making things?
Not so much making things as taking things apart.
Or do you actually put them back together again?
Not really.
Got to leave them on a pile on the desk or on the floor somewhere. Welcome, Lily.
Thank you.
And welding words into tantalising tales, David Astle. Actually, you had some tantalising tales about animal words last night. What do you think tonight?
I'm keeping with the animal theme, talking about dogs and wolves and lions, but from a different angle. So we'll get to that a little later.
I look forward to that later on. Welcome, David.
Thank you.
And of course, the reason that we're here, our contestants. First up, our carryover champion, Jodi Knight, a radiography student and education worker. Welcome back, Jodi. Great to see you.
Hello, Richard.
Now, you are involved with an Indigenous education program, aren't you? What's going on there?
I work as an Aboriginal education worker at a high school from where I'm from.
What sort of things are you working on with them?
Basically anything they need help with, mostly maths and English.
Sounds like great work, and great to see you back here tonight.
You too.
And here to challenge Jodi is TV writer and director Matthew Thomason, who's created shows about everything from travel to backyard science experiments, and once wrote scripts for Michelle Obama. Welcome, Matthew.
Thanks, Richard.
How did you come to be writing scripts for her?
The company I work for produces Mythbusters, which is seen on SBS very successfully, and they're doing an alternative version incorporating some backyard science experiments and Q&As based on science, which are presented by Carrie, who's one of the presenters, but they got some guest presenters in, some rather high-powered ones, one of whom was Michelle Obama. She wanted to talk about fighting childhood obesity, which is one of her pet projects. So I wrote some scripts, so Michelle and I, best buds.
So you got to write for Michelle Obama.
I did indeed.
And I also have to say, by remarkable coincidence, and it's over 20 years since this happened,
Yes.
you and I once worked together.
We did. Yes,
you remember
we did.
when?
Yes, you were doing in-flight videos for a very well-known commercial airline.
And you were producing them.
I was indeed.
So great to see you again, and good luck tonight.
Thanks, Richard.
So our contestants tonight, carryover champion Jodi Knight and challenger Matthew Thomason. Let's begin with the letters game. As usual, contestants have 30 seconds to create the longest word that they can from the selected letters. And Jodi, it's your job to select first, please.
Can I have a consonant, please, Lily?
You certainly can. Let's start with R.
And another?
C.
And can I have a vowel, please, Lily?
A.
Another vowel?
E.
One more.
I.
And now a consonant.
M.
One more consonant.
P.
A vowel.
E.
And one last consonant.
And last letter, H.
And our first clock for the night. Jodi, first word for the night. How many for you?
8.
Excellent start by the sound of it. What about you, Matthew?
I'm fairly sure I have a 9.
Wow, that would be a spectacular start. But what a great beginning. But Jodi, you're 8 first, please.
Peachier.
Interesting one. Matthew?
Impeacher.
Impeacher. Well, David, you are sitting back in your chair with that sort of look of maybe impending delight on your face. What do you think?
Well, for a man who writes for Michelle Obama, there's another subtle reference to another American president. It's a risky play, Matthew, but it's a successful play. Well done.
What a great start to the night.
It's a wonderful word, impeach. And just to clarify, impeach is to challenge the credibility of or to accuse. So therefore, impeacher, one who accuses. And I should also clarify that peachier is also listed as an 8, but impeacher wins the day magnificently for 18.
So great work from both our contestants, an 8 from Jodi, but a spectacular start with 18 points for Matthew's 9-letter word. Well, let's see if we can keep up the performance in our second letters game for the night. And Matthew, after that start, choose some letters for us, see what you can do this time.
Hi, Lily. Could
Hi,
I have
Matthew.
a consonant, please?
You can, thank you. Let's start with B.
And another consonant, please?
S.
And a vowel, please?
O.
And another vowel?
U.
And a consonant?
D.
And another consonant, please?
T.
And a vowel, please?
E.
And a vowel, please?
I.
And a consonant, please?
And last letter T.
Thanks, Lily. Here's the clock. Well, Matthew, it's tough when you start quite that well. How many this time?
A 7 for me this time.
Well,
Richard.
that's still pretty good. Jodi, what about you?
Only a 6.
Let's start with that 6.
Debuts.
And your 7, Matthew?
Tedious.
Tedious. It certainly isn't, is it, David?
Certainly not tedious. In fact, it's quite an exciting debut here, Matthew. Tedious is a perfectly fine 7, anagram of outside, and a botties.
Well, you just thought you'd say that, didn't you?
I thought, why not? It's all very well to talk about impeach and impeached and tedious, but there's also, a lot of colloquial words in here too.
Very good, David. And, of course, very well done indeed for Matthew as well. Another 7 points. Well, a great start with the words. Let's see what we can do with the numbers now. And, Jodi, would you like to choose our first batch, please?
Can I get 1 large and 5 small, please, Lily?
1 large and 5 small numbers. Thanks, Jodi. And starting with the smalls, 10, 4, 8, 1, 2. And the large number is 25. And the target to reach is 698.
Let's chase the target. Well, Jodi, how close did you get?
I completely blanked.
No luck there at all?
No.
What about you, Matthew?
Completely lost the plot, I'm afraid, Richard.
Oh, dear. Lots of plot losing over here. It was a tough one, wasn't it?
It was a tough one. I did manage to get there.
Did you? Oh, great. Take us through it.
Subtract the 1 from the 8, that gives you 7. By 4, that gives you 28. By 25 gives you 700. And subtract the 2 gives you 698.
Beautiful work, Lily. Very nicely done indeed. So no score, unfortunately, for Jodi or Matthew in that round. That means Matthew is leading quite strongly at the moment on 25 points. We're heading for our first break. That's a word mix for you. It's grant or. And the clue for you has a superior air. Back after the break.